Yeah, I mean, this is a big meet. This is as good a track meet as you'll ever see anywhere, anytime. The SEC Championships is the best athletes in this country, up and coming for sure. And many of our Olympians are in this group of teams. So this is a big time meet. They're in a better meet run in the world right now than this meet. So people who are out here knowing we're putting on an SEC championship, it's a great one to come watch.
Is there a particular focus or emphasis for this meet at this point of the year for you guys right now?
I think it's always win, but
sure.
But no, it's about getting the best out of who we're putting on the track. We're allowed to put 27 people per gender out there. So it's our best 27 on what we think can score. That doesn't mean it's the best team we could put out there, but it's the best 27 we can put out there. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're looking around the league, looking at who's running well, who's jumping, who's throwing well, and trying to place our people in a scoring position. This meet is completely different, I think, than an SEC meet getting to this point that I've ever been involved with, and this is I've been over 40 of these. Because of NIL, because of the portal, because of scholarships, every school is absolutely different, every single one. And so what their 27 and my 27 and what we're doing, what we're trying to do, may not ever match up. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be an interesting meet. I think it's closer. This meet now is closer to the NCAA championships than probably it's ever been, from the standpoint of being successful. What do we have? How many teams we got in the top 10? I think we got 6 or 7. Yeah, it's like any other SEC sport. It's no different. You got the best teams in the country are in the SEC. So this is a good indicator. But I've come in here and I've been 4th or 5th in this meet, and we've won the national championship. So it's an indicator. It's one that we're trying to win. It's not the end all. It's important though.
Kind of to your point about the investment in track right now, I remember last summer when you guys were having the celebration, you were really excited that you were going to have kind of the full allotment of scholarships moving forward with the new roster limits and whatnot. I'm just curious, however many months in now we are, what the impacts you've seen of that for you guys and maybe the benefits of having that kind of depth on your roster has been.
Yeah, I think if you talk to probably any coach right now, the scholarships are great. It's fantastic. I never thought it would be that good. Now your best athletes are making decisions on where to go on what's above the scholarship. What are you going to give me above the scholarship? What NIL deals are you going to give me above the scholarship? Or are we revenue share? What happens? Some sports in track and field at some institutions are revenue share. We're not revenue share at Texas A&M. So the use of NIL is the only way that we have of being equal, because the scholarships are equal, basically. Now, not all schools have the amount of scholarships we have. Not all schools have the amount of scholarships that Georgia has, or Tennessee or Texas or anything. So it's different. It's just different. And to go back to your question, I think that it's been a really good thing, a really good thing, because I had 12 scholarships and when we got 18 events, it's a little bit difficult to make that work. And we did that for 40 years. And when I was told I had the scholarships that I would have, it almost set me back, to thinking, I just can't believe that that's going to happen. But now then, the revenue share and then the NIL come into your big battles now. And so it stays the same. The battles are the same.
Can you kind of just talk about the importance of everyone hitting their stride during the same
Yeah.
weekend? It seems like something that could be really difficult to do.
Yeah, it is about, if you're going to be successful at this meet and the one in 2 weeks after this, everybody's got to be good on the same day, you know, and that's the challenge. It's what are you contributing to that team? And so it's everybody having a good day on the same day. And that's we've lived by that for years and years and years. That's the way it's got to be, and it is important to us. The SEC championships is very important to us. I think it is to almost every school in the conference. Some people look past it and look to the NCAA only. I think the SEC championship is very, very important. So this is our first challenge. Let's see how many people we can have good performances on this weekend. This weekend should bring the best out of you. I mean, if you can't get the best out of yourself on this weekend, you can't get your best out of yourself at any time. So this is good for coaches. This tells us we've had rehearsals. We have had meets all the way to this point. Those are all rehearsals. This is the play. This is the one that counts. And in track, you only get one shot. You know, your whole life is 10 seconds. You work your whole life for 100 meters, 10 seconds, and that's at the Olympic Games or that's at the NCAA championships. You know, so yeah, it's a tough battle, and that's what we're fighting.
Can you kind of speak on the progression of both the men's and women's side, maybe where you've been the most pleased with either side?
I think right now I'm more pleased with the men's side. I think we have a few gaps on the ladies' side that it's just the way it is right now. You got to remember, we just talked about scholarships. We got those scholarships too late to make an impact on this year, really. Mm-hmm. As much as we've taken advantage of using those scholarships, you can't affect that change this early. A lot of freshmen are able to be successful in ballistic events and sprint events, distance races, throwing events, and a lot of jumping events. Age is a factor. So no matter who you recruit, if you recruited a whole bunch of incoming freshmen, they got time before they're going to be there. If you use the portal and got some people off of the portal, and we did, then those people had better be good right now. You know, so I think I answered the question. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you kind of brought up there that everything coming down to 10 seconds. And I know it's a different era now, excuse me, where it's like pseudo-professionalism. But at the same time, these are 18 to 22-year-old kids. What does the coaching staff do messaging-wise to try and sort of calm those pre-meet jitters to make them, I don't know, not overthink it going into literally the 10 seconds of their life?
And actually, you know, we've had 4 meets, some 5 meets indoors prior to this. That's our goal, exactly what you're saying. It is to understand the level of competition, train hard, work through some meets, try to be at your best at this meet, at this point. If you're not at your best, then you learn something from that. We come back in 2 weeks or a week, and we try to redo it and try to smooth the competition out. Yeah, that's exactly what it's all about, is putting together a season for a performance. And as coaches, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to teach why weren't you successful at the Charlie Thomas meet? Why weren't you successful at the meet at Texas Tech? And use that to prepare yourself for the next one.
What's it like to be the host school?
We were just talking about that coming in here. It's an accepted, I don't know what you say. But you accept the fact that we have a great facility and it's a tremendous venue to put this meet on. There's not a better venue in the United States. The only thing we worry about is our warm-up area, because our warm-up area is not the same as it was when we had the other track, because we have a football building right next to it. So that building served as warm-up. We've been blessed it's going to be 80 degrees. I think we're going to be able to be outside and do our warm-up on our track outside and on a grass area. So, but if it was freezing, which we've gone through that, we are also circling a bus around to the indoor football building, because we have 4 sprint lanes set up in the indoor football building, this end of the building for teams. So that bus will circle around for every 15 minutes, dropping off over here at E.B. Cushing and then dropping off at the football field. So we've prepared for everything. We prepared to use football, and now it's going to be really warm outside. So if we wouldn't have prepared for football, it'd been cold outside, I guarantee you. But it's we're a great venue. And to answer your question, yeah, it's tough to put this meet on. This takes a lot of work. This is our 2nd year in a row to put it on, because Arkansas, I don't really remember why we had to put this on 2 years. What?
To give them a break, I think was the answer.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to give us a break now too, because there's really only 2 venues in the conference that can put this on. That's in Arkansas. Now, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee's got a place. Who else has a venue?
Georgia just redid the.
Yeah, Kentucky just built a new facility. Georgia just built. So there's a lot more venues around than there used to be. But still, the best 2 in the United States are Texas A&M and Arkansas. So that's why we have the meets here.
When you look at the women's side, just what have you seen from
Yeah.
Sophia's progression and what she is hoping to bring to the table at the meet this week?
She's going to be very limited on what she does this week. She's got a little bit of a foot issue, and so we're not going to let her do some things that she would normally do at this meet. Hopefully, she'll be better prepared in 2 weeks to get it done in 2 weeks. But I have to. She's the only athlete on the team that's really having an issue. And to go back to your question, the men's group is probably a little bit more mature than the women's group. We've got some high-end people on the ladies' side, but maybe not the depth like we have on the men's side.